channel, that can mean only one thing. It's time for
Badger Watch!
Keith, I asked for Earl Grey. This is quite clearly Darjeeling. Now, take it back to the kitchen and get it sorted. And if you get it right this time, we'll talk about you doing your own slot, okay? Sorry about that, Ladles and Jelly Spoons. Welcome to Kohigh Mathy's YouTube channel, welcoming you to the weekend with 5 minutes of retro gaming facts. This week we're looking at Fear Effect. Fear Effect is an action-adventure video game developed by Kronos Digital Entertainment and published by Eidos Interactive for the Sony PlayStation. A prequel was released a year later entitled Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix, and a remake entitled Fear Effect Reinvented was announced in August 2017. And here we are in 2023, we've heard feck all about this bloody remake. Okay, I mean in 2022 Square Enix did file a trademark for Fear Effect, said to be released on PC, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and PlayStation 4. It's unclear if it will be available on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 and if the game will be physical or digital only. Sorry, PlayStation 5? The Chinese sign in the front of Lam's building that you are required to memorise in order to solve a puzzle means Lam's Corporation. They're pronounced Lin Shi Kui Yi in official Chinese, used in People's Republic of China, but the Cantonese pronunciation is different. For example, Lin, which means forest, is pronounced Lam.
Just in case Madam Chen recognizes you, and that is a possibility, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you? We have a deal, right?
I would rather be returned to my...
The King of Hell, Lim Yao Wong, Yen Lao Wong in official Chinese, whom you encounter in the game, is indeed a popular figure in Chinese mythology. However, his origin is Indian, where he is called Yama or Yamaraga, the god of death. Now, once again, we're looking at a game that isn't featured in our Tony's book, 1,000 More Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. To add insult to injury, Fear Effect were runner-up for GameSpot's annual Best Adventure Game Award in 2000 amongst console games. It lost out to Resident Evil Code Veronica, which I'm sure young guys are very happy about. Yep, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda was. That said, I would argue with Tony Mott that Fear Effect is certainly one of the games you should play before you die. Whilst it's true that from a technical point of view, the game is very similar to the Resident Evil series. It's third person, there's fixed camera angles, there's tank controls, but Fear Effect I think had one thing that makes it stand out above Resident Evil, and that was the ability to dual wield weapons. The dragon puzzles in Chinese Hell is based upon the patterns from a famous classic Chinese book, Jing. There is even an occult science based on those patterns. Music and sound for Fear Effect was created by Matt Furniss and Jason Agolia. Outside of a few minor titles in the years preceding, they haven't really cropped up, but Matt Furniss is credited as responsible for the music in the 2021 game Zool Remastered, as well as being responsible for the music in the 16-bit classic Cool Spot. Did you know that there were a one-shot comic released for the game? The game was originally intended to be called Fear Factor. However, one representative of the band Fear Factory saw the game at E3 and said that they felt the game was infringing on their name. influencing the game to be renamed.
Now, Fear Effect came out before the reality TV show Fear Factor, and it is unclear if Fear Factory tried the same approach with that as well. But what isn't unclear is what the Badger fears. The answer across Europe is nothing, as they have no natural enemies.
Kai, he's at it again. Keith, lad, focus.
Fear Effect was the third video game to be released featuring cell shading, the first two being Mega Man games for the PlayStation 1.
Now, if you want to pick up Mega Man 8, the first Mega Man game on PlayStation 1, CX is selling it for £2.30. Sorry, what? Sorry, that's £230? You can bollocks, how much they want for Fear Effect? 28 quid, oh that's not bad I guess.
In order to make the world feel alive despite being a PlayStation 1 game, the developers did several things in the moving background. They added things like flickering lights, moving shadows, smoke, fire and animated objects like fans. Sometimes though, things will be moving which don't make much sense, such as a lamp swaying inside a room with no open windows. The technique of movement and visual changes to create the illusion of a living world is still absent in some video games today. The game's manual show 3 letters, one from Jin to Hannah, one from Glass to Hannah, and one from Wei Ming to Madam Chen. It is also revealed the flying car in the opening is called Rotoship, and that the game begins at 11 PM. There are rumours floating around the internet that Fear Effect was inspired by the 1997 animated version of Anastasia, which came out a few years before. Though this has not been proven, there are some strong similarities. Both feature a group of 3 people trying to get wealthy using a young woman who is unaware of her true heritage to a degree. Anastasia and Wei Ming. The protagonist is an orphan and she is assisted by 2 men. Glass can be compared to Dmitri and Deep to Vlad. Both feature a train derailment scene in which the protagonist needs to jump off before it explodes, as well as a boat ride in which the protagonist wears a blue outfit. A towel for Hannah and a dress for Anastasia. Around a third of the way into both stories, the protagonist reunites with a maternal figure they knew as a child, Madam Chen and Empress Marie, whom they recognise. Though it is ironic, Chen becomes antagonistic towards Hannah and Anastasia is supported by Marie. Additionally, both stories start off grounded in reality, but dark magic is introduced and both have their own underworld, which is ruled by a magical figure with a long black beard, Jin and Rasputin. Both Hannah and Anastasia also have supernatural properties. Hannah's got Jin's blood on her, which makes her immune to Wei Ming's dark powers, whilst Anastasia has a family curse.
Do you think that Fear Effect was inspired by Anastasia? Be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Aye, and while you're there, be sure to click that like button. And of course, if you're not already, then please do consider subscribing for more retro video game shenanigans. It's free after all, and you can always just unsubscribe later. But for now, I have been Kohigh Mathy. Many thanks for watching, and we shall see you next time.